Hey y'all, welcome back to Poplar Creek Farm. Today I want to talk to you guys about all the craft fairs that I have applied for and have gotten into, and maybe I got myself into a little too much, we'll see, but also some kind of exciting news. So I'm going to start with that because I am too excited to not start with that. So if you guys have been here for any amount of time, you know that I am extremely passionate about my bees. I'm extremely passionate about beekeeping and helping the environment. I very much believe in climate change and that we can have an effect on our environment and benefiting it. One of the things that I have wanted to do, kind of has always been a vision of mine, or has always been a dream of mine, is to be able to go and talk about bees and talk about beekeeping, but also to just talk about like why bees are important. Not necessarily getting into, I'm not wanting to necessarily teach anybody how to be a beekeeper, but talk about why I beekeep and why it's important to save the bees and to be pollinator friendly. So I had an idea the other day. I was just this randomly kind of came to me. I'd been wanting to, you know, do education, but it wasn't something I was like in the process of like getting together. But I was thinking about Earth Day because that's in April, and how I could kind of talk to people on Earth Day about benefiting bees and how they can help, not necessarily just bees, but pollinators in general. So I decided to contact my kids' school and ask them if they would be willing to allow me to come and do a little presentation on Earth Day about pollinators and bees and actually bring in a hive, which sounds crazy. I even told the principal that. I said, I understand this is crazy, but it's an observation hive and it is fully self-contained. You can latch it up and keep it nice and closed so that bees cannot escape. Our goal is not to sting anybody because I don't want to scare people from bees. So she got back to me and they are very excited and they would love for me to come and talk. I'm actually going to talk with the whole elementary school in different sessions on Earth Day about beekeeping and about why they're important and how we can help them. Just also like how they affect everything. I want to talk to them about the fact that like if you guys like fruit, if you guys like vegetables, most of those are affected by bees and by pollinators, and that's how they get to the fruit stage. That's how we end up with fruit from them. So I am unbelievably excited about this. I did go ahead and order the observation hive. I ordered it from Man Lake. It is a 5-frame nuke that has basically a top section where you can put one frame in, you latch it down. It has a queen excluder, so you can put your queen up top so that the kids can see the queen without her being able to go back down. It allows everybody to see the bees without, again, having any risk of actually them coming out. So I'm going to do that. I also, because I had thought about this, on Saturday when I went to the market, the Oneida County Public Market, I decided to also ask them, say, hey, what would you guys think of me doing a presentation here? And she said, oh, absolutely. So we're going to do in May a beekeeping hour or a bee hour where I'll read a book to some kids, a bee book, and then I will just talk about my bees and talk about how we can help them and be able to show the bees off to the kids and really kind of have a really close interaction with kids and bees, because not every kid gets to see that. Not every kid gets to understand where honey comes from and why bees are beneficial and how we can help them. So I am over the moon excited to do this. I am just so beyond excited to, even if it has nothing to do with bees necessarily, it's just promoting being environmentally friendly, and that is so important to me. And what better day to do it than Earth Day? That just made sense. So I'm going to do that. Now let's get into the craft fairs. I have applied for so many craft fairs. Now, we do 3 farmers markets as of right now. We're hoping to possibly get into one more this summer, but we're kind of on a waiting list right now for those, and the likelihood of that is kind of low. So those are Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday right now, are our farmers markets. So those days I'm busy anyways, but luckily my uncle does the farmers markets with me as well as the craft fairs, so we can split up. For days that there are craft fairs and farmers markets, we can split up a little bit. So most craft fairs are on weekends, obviously. So the market that we'll have to split up for is the Saturday market. Because of this, there are quite a few Saturdays that we will be splitting up, but we will make it work so that one of us will always be at the market. We're not missing markets for for craft fairs. So I'm doing a craft fair in April. It is one that I was asked to do, and it's at a I think a nursing home. Like it's an older adult community, and then I'm doing one in May. That one is at the Deerfield Fire Department, which is really close to us, which will be really nice. And then June, I don't believe I have any yet. July, I have 3 out of the 5 weekends in July. The 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th weekend in July, there are craft fairs. And then I applied for one in August. We are also trying to get into the Woodsman Field Days, which is up in Boonville. That's not a craft fair necessarily, and I may not do super, super well there because obviously it's a lot of loggers going there. That's what it is. It's Woodsman Field Days. And they are looking more for equipment and to go for the different events that happen. But it's just more exposure, and it's something that would be really near and dear to my heart. My grandfather was a logger. He owned his own logging company and unfortunately was killed in the woods in a logging accident. But logging is just something that I grew up around. I grew up doing firewood, and grew up watching my grandpa, haul logs and ride in his log truck and things. So it would just be something really cool and near and dear to my heart. And then fall. Fall is like the biggest time for craft fairs. So I have applied or have emails out to different craft fairs. Some of them don't have their applications out yet. For multiple. So I am doing, the ones I'm already accepted into are the Madison County Craft Fair. I did that last year. And then the Apple Fest, Lafayette Apple Fest. But there are multiple others that I have either applied for or have contacted about. And again, there's a few that the applications aren't out yet, but I have been keeping an eye on it and watching for them to come out. And as soon as they do, I will apply. So we applied for the Remsen Barn Fest. We applied for, the Cream Cheese Festival. The Little Falls Cheese Festival is one that I am waiting for the application to come out for, but I did already contact them, so they will be aware of my application coming through. I feel like there's a few more. There might have been a few more, and I have them all on my calendar, but it's just so many. So last year I did 2 craft fairs. We did the Madison County, and then we did the Lafayette Apple Fest. And between those 2, we did really well. Add on the farmers markets, and it was a pretty good season. But my goal is the fact that we're doing so many more. We will really start to see that actual profit margin come through, or at least break even. And so that means over the next few months, I am going to be in prep mode constantly. We are going to be constantly in busy mode. Every weekend we've been doing projects. We obviously showed you guys we moved the chicken coop to the backfield. We've started our pig fencing. We dug a small well for a pitcher fountain for the backfield. Garden fencing is pretty much all up. We have to do the garden gate. What else? What else are we doing? I checked my bees. I'm going to be expanding the bees soon. Soonish. End of April will be when I expand the bees. So we've been going. Every weekend we've been doing projects and go. We have to finish the pig hutches. We have to put the roofs on them this weekend. Finish getting some fencing, get the solid fencing up, start the electric fencing. We've got the Energizer now for that. So on top of all that, I need to be getting ready for craft fair. So I need to be getting goat's milk soap made. And that was my plan over winter, was to do that. And I just haven't. Just haven't had the energy. I think that's more of it than anything. And even the motivation. So in the winter, I kind of just want to chill. I just want to relax. I just want to enjoy the slow season. But now that we're kind of getting back into the busy, I'm ready to hit the ground running, get soaps made, get lotion bars made, get lip balms made, bath bombs, everything. along with doing all the farm projects. So it's going to be busy. We are going to be so busy, but I love it. This is what I live for. Like, I love the busy. I absolutely just love doing projects. I love working alongside my husband doing projects. It's really fun. We always end up like yelling at each other a little bit, but I love it. Like, I enjoy working together on projects. We just work differently, so we always clash a little bit, but both of us end up at the end of the day enjoying it. And I love like the physical work of doing these projects and getting stuff done. So I'm ready. Let's get busy. And hopefully I didn't overextend myself. I probably did a little bit, but it's okay. It's what I love. This is what I love. This is what I love doing, and it makes me so happy. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Remember, we're growing today for a better tomorrow. Please like and subscribe and join me on the next one.